guys found me.
Kicking it.
Hi, welcome back to Velo News TV. I'm Neil Rogers. We're here in the Start Village at before Stage 11 for another installment of the Chris Horner Diaries. Chris, you were a little more difficult to find this morning than most mornings. Explain why.
Yeah, we'll start it off. First off, we stayed at the best hotel, though, of all the nights in the Tour de France at Sofitel. The whole team's excited getting out of the bus. Oh, yeah, Sofitel. Had great dinner, best sleep, the whole, everything. I woke up at 9:15, alarm went off. I thought it was 6 in the morning. I slept so good. And perfect. Get up, had a great breakfast, walking out to the team bus. Bus broke down. Bam! Nothing stays good for too long in the Tour. There's always some pain and suffering. So, yeah, we jumped in the cars, take the cars over here, do it the old school way. Get out, get a little mobbed from the cars, and then sneak over here to the village for a little bit of little more quiet downtime area.
Yeah, so you're hanging with Life Hosta, another one of your teammates over there.
Yep, Sumi. And so, yeah, it's just good, though. It's okay. Sometimes it's good to get out and just change the perspective a little bit, remind you that, you know, the bus doesn't always run on time.
So we didn't actually talk after the stage yesterday, but I spoke with my colleague Andy Hood, and he said you described it as active recovery day.
Yeah, it was. The first hour was blazing fast, just incredibly hard, small, windy roads and stuff, so that was pretty hard. One guy got away finally after a good hour of racing, and then everyone stopped to take a nature break, and then a few guys decided that they were still going to keep racing, and they just rolled off, and then 10 guys were gone. So after that, it was just tempo all the way to the finish. A little bit of your normal excitement at the very finish there for points jersey, and then the GC guys don't want to get caught in some kind of splitter crash. So a little excitement at the finish, but not much. But a whole lot at the beginning, and then just a lot of tempo riding in the middle. But a hot day, so for that aspect, it was still a bit of work, but it was active recovery. If you can count 130 miles as active recovery.
Sure. I think it's interesting what you're saying about the timing of the attacks, because we spoke we've spoken a couple times over this tour about the lack of the Patron, and that's exactly the type of thing that wouldn't happen if there was a boss of the peloton.
Yeah, if there was a boss of the peloton and someone started attacking like that, it might be the last chance he gets to go up the road ever again, maybe all year.
Yeah. Well, hey, I wanted to get to one of our reader questions because there's so many coming in. And if you have any more questions for Chris, you can send them to velonewstv@insideinc.com. But this is a pretty good one. It comes from John Burgess in Vienna, Virginia. And you and I have actually talked about this. I don't know why people are really interested in what you're going to do after your career. They're really enjoying the diaries. And this one's a slightly different angle. We had people asking if you'd ever be interested in being a race commentator. This says, Horner clearly understands race tactics, and the best team directors are former riders that understand how to exploit situations on the road. Does Chris have any aspirations to become a team director when his racing career is over? He could really motivate a team with his love of the sport.
Well, John, the aspirations, I don't know how big they are. I consider doing it, stuff like that. In the States, I don't know if you can really do it as a full-time job, so you'd have to do it over in Europe as a full-time job, and then it causes me, of course, being further away from my friends and family for longer periods of time. The options are always possible. I'd always leave it open. It's something I'd love to do. There's points and times that I'd love to do it. You take a stage like yesterday, I don't think it'd be too exciting to be back there in a car doing 30 miles an hour for 6 hours or something. But there's other points and highs and lows in every job that comes. So I'd absolutely consider doing it. You just have to be the right timing, right everything in order to make it happen. But it's not in my future at the moment.
Sure. I think I remember asking you the same question about 6-8 months ago, and you said something that, you've been on the road more or less for the last 10 years, and maybe you're a little travel weary. Maybe when you retire, it's time to be in one place for a while.
Yeah, I'd like to be in one place for a while, but you got to pay the bills, and you got to feed the little munchkins at home. Kids got to get fed and taken care of, and house over the, roof over the head, and all that kind of stuff. And so, that being said, if the option's there, if the right opportunity came by, I'd definitely do the job, but it had to be the right opportunity, and I have to be motivated with the right riders around me and stuff like that too. So it's not just about here someone's going to give you a check and you got a job to do. It has to be a check with a job that I like to do, and with riders that I like to work with, and a team and staff and all that stuff that I'd like to work with too.
Yeah, sure.
We were just talking with Dave Zabriskie and asking him just how connected he is with the world outside of the tour during the race. Do you carry a laptop around? Are you emailing, or do you have one of the phone that you can send text and email? Who do you stay connected with, and how do you stay connected while you're here?
BlackBerry. Thank God. I mean, honestly, the BlackBerry is a big thing with email and text messages, and now, of course, I got a Mac laptop, so I have that to get online and see what else is going on and stuff. And the BlackBerry, get online, but it's not as exciting with the BlackBerry. So I do carry my laptop, and you pay the charge at night and pop online for a half hour, an hour, or something like that to keep in touch with the world a little bit. But in all honesty, during the Tour de France, you really do forget about what's going on outside for these 3 weeks. You get 4 or 5 times during the Tour de France to really see, oh, okay, this is what's happening.
And one last thing, we talked to Zabriskie. He said he and you had some sort of contest happening with these rider diaries.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about, but normally I bet he'd probably win.
Well done. All right, Chris, thanks for the time.
Thanks, meow.
2-2.